leadership in this room, and there's hungry people that want to win in this room. And this God, I believe that God is assembling a powerhouse team to help people have hope. You know, we're hope brokers. And I was being honored. It was a great blessing for myself and my wife. We had just went diamond in Dallon's former company. And a sweet little old lady came up to me, and I had mentioned that at the time I was in another network, Keller Williams Realty, and we owned 5 offices. The bubble had been burst. We just got done losing, our life savings, millions of dollars. It was all gone. And, I was probably pretty close to tears and shared my story. Was grateful to be saved. And by God's grace and an incredible opportunity and great leadership, and a sweet little old lady came over to me afterwards. She goes, "Well, you may have been a real estate broker, but now you're a hope broker." And that was 11 years ago. And that's how the group Hope Brokers was born. Because a sweet little old lady said, "Because today you gave me hope." And so, folks, think about it. You got a dash. Lost 3 people that I know, friends and relatives, all under the age of 50, that have died in the last 6 months. We all have got a dash. You don't know if you're going to get 6 years, 16 years, or 106 years. You don't know what you're going to get. But when you have an opportunity, I look at this like we got called up to the bigs. Regardless of your background, your age, where you go to church, if you go to church, the color of your skin, how old you are, regardless of all of that, there comes a point in your life when the dreamer finally gets something where the dream can come true. Network marketing is by far the way that more people can have their dreams come true. Because let's face it, not everybody can cut an album or dunk a ball or sing a song or write a storyline to get residual income. This is our one shot at residual income. And though many people may say that's not for me, they say, MLM's not for me, and I say JOB's not for me. I tried being somebody else's boy. I didn't like it. Come early, stay late, get paid what the job's worth, not what I'm worth. Even though when I was driving 63 miles each way, living down a dirt road in Arkansas, and making minimum wage plus $1 and making twice the jack, so everybody else in that jack factory, but I got paid what the job was paid. Folks, this industry came to me because I was praying. I wanted more out of life. We had left our mom and dad. We'd moved from Cave City, Arkansas, graduated with 58 incredible kids, moved all the way out to California, loaded up our raggedy old junky truck, went across I-40 praying we'd make it to Grandma's trailer park, where a trailer that we could make payments to her on was waiting for us. Okay? I wish I had some kind of cool accolades, but I don't. But then I realized that's my story. That I ain't got no pedigree. I ain't got no nothing. Come from blue-collar, sweet, wonderful, beautiful, hard-working, salt-of-the-earth people that none of us ever graduated college. None of us ever did anything great. My dad worked in a factory, and so did I. I served my country. I loved being in the Army. I came home to no work. And so I traveled across, moved 1,600 miles away because I had a dream. And then I get there and I find myself just as busy and just as broke. How many of y'all know somebody who's busy? How many of y'all know somebody who's broke? And how many of y'all know somebody who's been busy and broke for long periods of time? Absolutely. Well, I was busy and broke. Not afraid to roll up my sleeves, not afraid to work hard. Consider myself a very good employee. I would come early, I would stay late, and I would do what I was told to do, and I'd do it with everything I got. Always grateful for my work. But the advice I got was keep your nose clean and work real hard, and you'll do good. And I looked around at a bunch of other really, really good people keeping their nose clean and working hard. And I seen that they didn't have anything either. And so I started asking questions and praying to God. God, how do I get more? I'd be like, how did that person get a house? I remember driving past this tract of homes, and they had clay, like concrete roofs. And I was like, man, what do you got to do to go from that tin flat roof to that cement tile roof? What do you got to do? And then you know what? I got a little negative. Anybody ever got negative? I'd pull up to a red light, I'd look over, and I'd see, some young girl in a BMW, and I'd be like, Daddy's rich. I wouldn't say, I'll bet you she's sharp. I'll bet you she's ambitious. I'd see some young kid with some tattoos, I'd be like, criminal, probably just robbed a bank. That's why his car's better than mine. And I started saying dumb stuff to myself and robbing myself instead of saying, I wonder what they do, giving them the benefit of the doubt. I bet that one's ambitious. Maybe that one's more open-minded than me. Maybe that one's got a better work ethic than me. No, I'd have to put them down to make me feel comfortable for while I was busy, broke, and busted and disgusted and living in my jacked up little trailer park, wedged in between two railroad tracks. And one day, my cousin introduced me to a friend of his who was a firefighter. I look up to firefighters, and he was doing a home-based business. And I was like, whoa, why is this firefighter involved in a home-based business? What a rewarding, great career. And so I asked him, I said, what is this all about? And he says, oh, you got to own your own business if you want to get ahead. And I'm thinking, whoa, that's interesting. I'm like, well, whatever you're doing, I want in. So he sold me a cardboard box of wax, and I was in my first network marketing business called The Wax Shop. And I ran around clueless, highly motivated idiot, are you with me? And I chased people down trying to sell them a bottle of wax so I could make $1 a bottle. And some weeks I'd actually sell like 5. Which meant I'd be like $20 for the month, and sometimes I'd have to drive across town to go make my $1. I didn't have a mentor, I had a cardboard box. But I had a dream, I just never had anybody that asked me what it was. So after a few years of trying to do that, I failed. Anybody ever failed? Mm-hmm. I failed. So I tried something else, and I failed. So I tried something else, and I failed. 7.5 years, I just kept falling forward. And I can remember banging that steering wheel late at night because I went to go do a little presentation or something, and you know they're in there and they're not answering their door. And I'm driving back wanting to cry. And what am I going to tell my wife? And then finally one day our chiropractor called us up, and he said, Rob, I got an opportunity for you. I'd love for you and your wife to come by my office because I got something for you. And man, I got nervous. I didn't know what it was, but I just knew that he only knew my back. He didn't really know me. And as soon as he found out that I just came from a small town down a dirt road, didn't know nothing about nothing, and was a laborer, that he wouldn't want to do anything with me. So I made sure I had my wife because she had the brains, and I made sure I brought reinforcements, my cousin, because he went to college. We sat down there, and I was trying to behave myself the best I could. And we were sitting in his foyer of his practice, and I was sitting about where Nolan is, and he asked me one question. He didn't talk to me. He wasn't trying to pimp his products. He wasn't trying to sell me anything. That day, 7.5 years into failing, everything changed. He leaned over and he said, Rob, I want to ask you one question. And I was like, yes, sir. And he says, what's your dream? At the time, I was 27 years old. Loving parents, great friends, went to a great church, but no one had ever asked me what my dream was. I was offered some work, but I was never offered partnership. I was never offered an alignment with people that wanted to live their dream and actually ask me what mine was. It was almost like having an out-of-body experience. I remember going, I love this guy. I didn't know what he was in or what he was doing, but finally, there was a kindred spirit. Now it was a hillbilly and a doctor, but we both were dreamers. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. And it unified us, and we very quickly became very close friends. And he said, if you're open-minded, Rob Alwyn, I'd love to work with you and show you how to do a great business that can impact people's lives in a great and mighty way. I'm like, I'm in. So tonight I'm just sharing my story, and I'm going to share tips with you that can transform the way you build your life, the way you build your business, and the destiny that I believe that God's got in front of you that some of you don't even know how awesome it's about to be. But it's about to blow you away. So that day, I was given some instructions. Go home and write down 100 goals and dreams. I'm like, 100? Then he says, what's the first thing you want? And I go, I want 4 good tires at the same time. Tired of rolling around on Maypops, tires that may pop at any time. He grinned, but I was drop dead serious. I'd never had a new set of tires. 27 years old. We were always rotating them until the steel popped out, and then we'd go get another used tire. So anyway, there was years that I was in this business that I would never even talk about, the early years, until one day, I don't know why, but I was talking to somebody about those first 7.5 years, And there was someone eavesdropping, and they grabbed my shoulder like this and said, I've been doing business with you for years. You've never told me about that. And I was like, you heard? I said, I don't even know why I said it. And he goes, no, you don't understand. Hearing where you came from as opposed to me seeing you making big bucks. I needed to hear that. All this time you've been giving me the good stuff. This was the better stuff. I needed to hear that Rob Allen failed. I needed to hear that you came from nothing. I pull up in front of your big home and your fancy cars, and I just think you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. I said, no, I had a wooden spoon on my butt, but I had no silver in my mouth. And so anyway, everything changed. 27 broke 30 millionaires. 27 clueless about how to impact people's lives. 30 impacting thousands of people's lives. Folks, the journey that you're about to go on, if you're open-minded, if you got dreams, if tonight you'll go home and write down 100 dreams, 100 goals, 100 things you'd like to achieve. I'm not boasting. This is just a group of friends hanging out, new friends that we're meeting. But in that original list, I wrote down that I wanted to be able to have a lake home on Lake Thunderbird in Cherokee Village, Arkansas, because for us it was a big deal to take that 30-minute drive from Cave City into that master plan community, those 7 lakes, those 2 golf courses, that meandering river. I mean, it was a big deal, even though it's not that big of a deal, but to me it's a big deal. You with me? Mm-hmm. And I wrote down that I'd get my dad one. And I wrote down that I'd retire my dad. And I wrote down that I'd help my mom to build a home. And I wrote down that I'd pay for my daughter's weddings. And I wrote down lots of stuff. I even was audacious enough to go from probably a 10 by 40 foot trailer with a pop out to, I wrote down a 5,000 square foot house. What? I didn't have a single car garage. I wrote down a 6-car and a lake house and a pool and a jacuzzi and 5 kids. The craziest thing is everything I'm talking about is what I have. It was dreams that someone that I hardly knew, he was my chiropractor. I just seen him when I hurt. Because I would leave it on the field. I would work real hard as a laborer. Mentorship. All of you are very blessed to have access to the most incredible mentors. The people that have been speaking, they're my friends, they're my family. These bros are going to touch people's lives. So anyway, everything changed. And we have had, for 24 years, we've had the most crazy, epic life you can imagine. We get to wake up when we want to wake up. We get to go where we want to go, within reason. I mean, I'm not talking jet setting or anything, but we just have control of our life. We get to give to our church. We get to help our family when they are in need. We get to come and go as we please and not stress over the cost of milk or the cost of a gallon of gasoline or whether we run the air or whether we run the heat and all the other things that we used to have fights over all the time in our life. You're not given an opportunity to join Viseo. You're given an opportunity to be a free enterpriser and the financial vehicle that's going to pay your team, support your team, create a legacy opportunity for you is Viseo. But you're the product. Don't hide behind your product. You're the product. And watch this. Some of you are going to be a project product like I was. And some of you have already paid your dues. And people will follow you because you pick up the phone because they already know you to be a person of character or a person of integrity and heart or a person with a work ethic or a person that's already a champion, okay? And it's going to come fast, but it's all fair because a price was paid prior to entrance. Some of you have paid a price in whatever your hand finds to do, and people go, I trust you and I'm with you. And other of you are going to be given that glorious opportunity now to finally become your better self, your best self, the self that God's always wanted you to be, because you're going to be around people like Greg and Sylvia. You're going to be around people like Kim. You're going to be around people like Michael. You're going to be around people like Chaz, people that want to win. Win! And people that don't think about winning never win. And if they stumble into it, i.e. a lottery, it's taken from them almost immediately. There must first be sacrifice before there's significance. So you're going to get an opportunity to fight for it. This won't be easy, but it will be easier than the 40-40 plan. 40 hours a week for 40 years to end up with 40% of what you earned when you couldn't live on it in the first place. I love and am proud of network marketing because that's the people's business. Not everybody can go get a McDonald's franchise. Not everybody can go get a Burger King or open up a dry cleaners or open up a construction company or even buy a backhoe to dig a hole. But everybody can come into this from $64 entrance and some packages, a couple hundred, $3,000, $5,000, $1,400. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. The poorest people in the world figure out a way to get $5 worth of smokes in them. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. I mean, what we have is it's the everybody's opportunity. It's the everybody opportunity. So here we sit, Charlie and Kim's home, beautiful home. Obviously, they've paid the price. They've done some things right. They've done some good planning. Kim went to school. She became an RN. You got an opportunity to live every portion of every dream that you've ever wanted in your entire life if you'll sink your teeth into this opportunity right now. And let me just tell you this. This is a safe harbor. We're working with a gentleman that has paid out from his own business hands over $1 billion in commissions. Is that good?
That's good. That's great.
You know, people go, I got to go home and think about it. I'm thinking, oh, if you got somebody that's paid out over $1 billion that you're working with? No. Well, you've got a whole team of people that want to help you to succeed, never charge you a dime, but got your back, will get in a plane, get in a car, drive with you, help you, open up their home for you, take calls for you. Who am I in competition with? Like, well, I ain't got nobody like that. It helps me to see if they qualify. Don't cast your pearls before swine. I'm not saying anybody's a pig. I'm just saying, if somebody doesn't want your help, doesn't value your help, doesn't want to win, don't beg. There's your golden nugget. Mm-hmm. I'm not in the begging, the pleading, or the fighting for you. I'm simply looking who wants a victorious life. And when they feel your energy and your heart and meet this team, they'll go, ooh, energy, light, it's positive. Those are good people. I want to be with some of that for me. Mm-hmm. So don't beg, don't plead, don't cry, and don't get sad when they say no. Every one of us has got somebody that's negative and we want them with us real bad, but let me just tell you, they'd mess up every free trip we go on. That boat's too big. I ate too much. That jacuzzi was too hot. Be selective, man. We want hardworking people. We want open-minded people. And we want people that smile and got a heart. So yeah, we got some criteria. You know, yeah, it's true. We don't care whether you came from jail or Yale. But we want to know if you got a heart to serve. Do you want to do something great with your life? Is it going to be all about you and we're always having to please you? Or is it you're coming in here and going, I want to make a contribution? What can I do to add to the fabric of this amazing life that I live in? Or what can you do for me? You want to build an amazing team that attracts people like the people in this room? Then it needs to be all about you finding people that want to be contributors. And you know what? There might be 10 people on that road, and one of them wants to contribute. The other 9 are status quo. Nothing wrong with that 9. But it's your job to find the one. But if you get all tripped up going, how come these 9 don't want more? Then we lose you. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to allow somebody else's no to steal your yes. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is keep this real. Talk to people, you talk to them from your heart. You talk to people, you need to care that they have excellent nutrition in their body. Think about it. Is there any one of us that can honestly say they're eating healthy? I mean, just for kicks and giggles, you realize that anything after about 170, 180 degrees in temperature, you know you killed every live enzyme in it. You're eating cardboard. So if you're taking, well, let's have some fun. If the local hospital here sent out an ad in the newspaper or sent out an email to all the citizens around here and said, hey, we've got a beautiful young lady and she needs a right arm. She lost it in a car accident last night. Family's very wealthy. They're willing to pay $500,000 for a right arm. Is there any one of you in the room that would be willing to sell your arm for $500,000? It's just one. I mean, you still have another.
As long as she was cool with tattoos.
So nobody would sell just a piece of your body for $500,000. Same hospital says, we need 2 legs, but we're willing to go $2 million. But we've got a very rich son of a prominent business owner, and he wants to be able to walk, and we've got the technology, and we can do a leg transplant. We're willing to make you a multi-millionaire. Would you sell your legs for $2 million?
No.
Nobody's willing to sell legs for $2 million. All right, how about this one? Young man just lost his eyesight in a tragic work accident, and the company he works for has an insurance policy that's willing to pay you $5 million for your eyes. Is there any of you that would be willing to sell your eyes for $5 million?
I give him one.
He's down the threshold.
One for
So
2.5,
what?
right?
So what you are telling me is that the use of your body, what it performs for you, the use of an arm, the use of your legs, the use of your eyes, is worth a lot to you, priceless to you?
Yeah.
Then you need to have that in your heart when you're talking to people about nutrition, because when you don't have it, people lose their eyesight. You lose type 2 diabetics. I watched my grandpa lose a toe, lose a foot, lose it at the knee, lose it all the way up here. Next leg, next arm, died a stump. No arms, no legs, because he liked to eat wrong. We watched him die in a home, assisted living home, because he literally got cut to pieces.
Wow.
He would bribe people to bring him bad stuff. And even some of my cousins gave in to Grandpa. And we watched him get cut to pieces. Folks, what's the value of your body? It's priceless. So the question is, to put nutrition in it or not to put nutrition in it? That is the question. To care for it or to say the hell with it? That is the question. Do you know what we have with the liposome technology? A way to get 9 times the nutrients into the cell. It's not what's on the side of the bottle that matters. It's not what gets into your stomach that matters. It's not even what gets into your blood that matters. It's what permeates the cell and actually feeds you. So here's the game changer. There's a little company nobody ever heard of out of Utah with a technology that puts 9 times the nutrients in your body. Helps people to sleep organically, helps people to have energy organically, helps people to get overall nutrition organically, helps people to save their mind. What's the value of your brain? Mid-40s, I started losing my keys, started losing my wallet. By 47, 48, I'm losing my truck in parking lots. It's terrible. I take the neuro. All of a sudden, I step out of the fog. I have clarity, and I'm not losing my dang keys, I'm not losing my wallet, and I'm not losing my car every day. It's only happened to me once since I've been using this product, and that's probably normal. Folks, what's the value of a strong mind? Lose the body, it's tragic. Lose the mind, more tragic. To be trapped. What's happening to people today because of the way we eat? Malnourished bodies, sickness is at an all-time high. The only good thing out of it is it's given our healthcare providers a lot of experience in keeping people alive because they get lots of practice with jacked up people. So if you ever do run into a situation, they're probably going to save you. But guess what? You've got the responsibility to take care of this one and only body. So my question to you is if you knew there was a technology that could bring you 9 times the nutrients, would you want to tell Mom about it? Or you say, it's okay, Mom's malnourished, it's all right. He's all right. How about best friend? How about little daughter? How about your 12-year-old? Should they not have good nutrition? Folks, we have an epidemic problem with the way that we eat, and you ain't going to change it, so we better supplement it. You ain't going to get people to change, but you can get them to supplement. I may not have got my vitamin C in my cheeseburger, but I got it in my Vaseo product. Are you with me? It's easier to supplement than it is to change people's diets. You know, in a perfect world, we'd all have organic gardens and fruit trees and everything's awesome. So listen, we've got a 2-time billion-dollar business success story kid from Idaho, from potato farms of Idaho, to the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year, to the CEO of the Year for the entire United States of America. That's who we're in business with. If we were in technology and we had an opportunity to be in business with Bill Gates as he started up a second company, how many of you would want to buy some shares? Why would you want to buy the shares?
Previous success story.
Previous success story. You're going, this guy killed it. He's one of the wealthiest people in the world. He knows how to do it. I'm with him. When it comes to home-based business, paying out $1 billion in commissions in one man's life, and he's starting his third and final legacy company, that's big time, guys. That's big time. So number one, we're in business with a man who's got heart integrity, loves the Lord, loves his family, and has built $2 billion companies and paid out over $1 billion in commissions. That's big. Please, somebody say that's big.
That's big.
And the fact that we've got a technology to deliver nutrients to the body 9 times better than everybody else, please, somebody tell me that's big.
That's big.
The fact that it's a 2017 launch, and you're sitting here in 2017,
That's
and you're
big.
in,
That's
that's
huge.
big.
That's huge. That's huge. That's huge.
That timing is epic. Fourthly, a $28,000 a week team commission because we have potlucks, believe in people, encourage people, pray for people, want the best for people, and get off our butt and serve people. And that's one of the 8 ways that we get paid. I'm very passionate about what Dallon's putting together, and I wasn't in at the beginning. I was distributor number 440,064 in his second company that created all kinds of millionaires. Wasn't in the beginning. My friends that got in the beginning that were no bigger, no better, no smarter, no brighter, no nothing more than Greg and I. One of our friends made $70 million. And I'm not exactly sure if he even graduated high school. Did he?
When I knew he was selling T-shirts out of his trunk in Lantana, Florida.
I'm talking about Steve Merritt. Yeah, Steve Merritt.
These guys that got in at the beginning with integrity, with heart, with work ethic. It's not just you're in, you do nothing, and you get everybody to push you up into glory. No, it's you're coming to work to serve. And you got in early. That's big. $28,000 a week? That's over $1 million a year. That's your base salary. That's base. That's base. Let me say base.
Base.
Then as you build your teams and develop your leaders, you have an unlimited income potential to get check match. Watch this. 7 levels deep. So I sign up Kevin, level 1, who signs up Edwin, level 2, signs up Chase, level 3, Ellen, level 4, Deontay, level 5, Jim, level 6, Slim, level 7. Watch this. If I help all of these people build big, beautiful businesses, then he and all of his people, no matter how many he signs up, not just this man, but what if he signs up 20? That level, this level, I can earn 30%. So if he earns $28,000, I have an opportunity to earn $9,000 and change every single week because I served him. And then no matter how many people he signs up, that's level 2. Maybe it's 15, maybe it's 50. I have an opportunity to earn 10%. If we help them to max it out at $28,000, I have an opportunity to make $2,800 a week off of every person that you build in that I help you to max out. And then 5 levels of 5%, $1,400 on all of those people. This is an opportunity to be able to make millions upon millions. And watch this. And my friends already did that with the person you have an opportunity to be in business with. We made millions, but they made millions. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Timing is so important. Vaseo will be the way that people get nutrition. We will start to encapsulate in this liposome technology everything you ever wanted and thought of. From skincare to weight loss, you watch what happens. The breakthrough science that we have, it's going to be layer upon layer upon layer. And I'm telling you, we will be the premier supplier of the most bioavailable nutrients the world has ever seen. And you got in 2017 with a good heart. We need you. Every single one of you, let me just tell you something. We're not going to be around you going, well, if you read 400 books and go to 19,000 seminars, eventually one day you'll emerge from the ashes. The ashes. That's true too. From the ashes, finally a gladiator. No, watch this. Let me explain to you something very important, but that's true too. From the ashes. Watch this.
That's good.
You'll remind me of that on a beach somewhere, right? On our free cruise that's coming up. But listen, you will be doing something that 5, 10, and 15 years from now, everyone will go, I wish I would have got in when you gave me an invite, because that's what happened to me with Dallin Second Company. Everybody, as soon as we went Black Diamond and we're making buku bucks, everyone's like, I wish you would have leaned on me a little harder. No, you were just negative and put me down, and I left you. Because you weren't going to benefit me with that stinking attitude. But as soon as you make it, oh man, if I would have just, listen to me. You love people, you don't let them miss something this big. For real. Now, if they're a stinker, I guess you got to cut them loose. But if you really know that person's got a beautiful heart, and they're good people, you bring them in. But here's the point I want to make. Just who you are, just today, just as you are, you're ready to win in a big way because you are leveraged by everyone else in the room. You say, I could never be the one speaking. Here's the beauty. You don't ever have to be that person. Maybe your gift is those delicious brownies I just ate. Maybe it's the great hug you gave people as they came through that front door and made them feel welcome. Maybe you were the driver and you picked up people on your way to the meetings. Maybe you were the person that opened up your home. Maybe you were the person that helped out with Facebook posts and congratulating people on our Hope Broker site. True success is about weaving everyone from all different backgrounds, strengths and weaknesses, and saying, together, we're strong. Together. You do your piece, and it's valuable, and it's important. You do your piece, and it's incredible. Thank you for who you are. You do your piece. And together, we make each other look good. By ourselves, it's lonely. It's an island all to yourself. That's what Hope Brokers does. That's the glue that pulls all of this together. Hope Brokers is a place where there's no egos, where leaders come together to wash feet, to serve, to give what they can give. If ever you've had a shot at winning in your life, it's because you've had brothers and sisters that come alongside you and say, let's get it on. You're not an individual, you're a teammate. I do a locker room call on Wednesday nights. I feel like I'm in my locker room. I feel like I'm in my man cave doing what I do, but I get to do it with you. Listen, you have the leadership, you have the heart, you have the ability, you have the right people on the bus. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of some sweat, some persistence, some tenacity, and some serious dream building. Everything you ever wanted. If you have breath to breathe, God's not done with you. And the more jacked up your story is, the better you will do as you rise up. When we had the success in Dallin's second company, same company Greg was with, and Sylvia, listen, do you know who my 4 captains of our Black Diamond ship were? Single Hispanic mom, never did network marketing a day in her life, became a blue diamond, making $9,000 a week. Hey.
Yeah.
19-year-old babysitter, as my buddy in my Keller Williams franchise was giving me 15 reasons for why he was too good for network marketing. He ended up losing everything. And his babysitter, she listened in and hung on my every word. And she got in and went blue diamond, over $9,000 a week income. Set herself up by 21.
Wow.
Put herself through seminary and has just been traveling the world. The next one was a pizza delivery boy with a big smile. Got in and went diamond. So we had a team with a pizza delivery boy, a 19-year-old babysitter, a single Hispanic mom, and one relative. Everybody say one.
One.
You don't get them all. One. Who had been in network marketing but had never made more than $100 in a month ever in his life. Got in with the right leadership at the right time. Was only like number 600,000 in that company. Hello. And went blue diamond. It was from those 4. Only one of the four with any network marketing experience whatsoever. And dreams came true. And guess what happened when we served those four teams? Our dreams came true too. So if you're thinking, I don't know if I could do this, stop. If you're feeling more like the babysitter or more like the single mom, or you're feeling, more like a pizza delivery boy than what you think you're not good enough? Do you think the pizza boy's delivery, do you think his resume was all that in a bag of chips? Though he probably delivered some chips? What did they have in common? They had dreams. They set goals. They were open-minded. And they did what they could do with who they were. And they didn't have excuses all along the way. Always holding yourself back. Always selling yourself short. Saying negative things to yourself. Because they had a mentor and mentors that came into their life that set their heart and their mind into alignment of what was possible through Christ. God's no respecter of person. What he can do for one, he can do for everybody.
That's right.
You got to know that. What he can do for the guy that grew up went to school with 58 kids. Whatever God did with me, he can do with you, and he ain't done with me. Because my dreams are bigger than where I'm at, and I hope yours are too. Our future is so bright that you cannot even comprehend how good it's going to be. Folks, when this becomes a multi-billion-dollar company, and you're a 2017 pioneer with us, you're a hope broker with us, when this hits, and it'll take 2 years, it will, 2 years of pushing a rock up a hill, and all of a sudden everyone will want a piece of this. And you'll bless a lot of people, because a lot of people weren't going to help you push that rock, but because you pushed it, they can do it with you later. And if you love them, you'll want to make their yoke lighter. Like someone else I love, always wants the yoke to be lighter. So you're going to have to stand for your family. Stand for your friends. Stay the course. Pay the price. Do it up. Years ago, people owned their own family businesses. There's old money in this town from people whose great-grandfather started a business. This town's filled with it. So, the last 100 years, everybody's been foregoing their own dream to go to work for somebody else because they trade hours for dollars. I'm not putting it down, but we've been hoodwinked. When they abolished slavery, they had to come up with something. They called it benefits. Come work for me. I can't force you. I can't gun you. I can't whip you. But I can get you to forego your dream to build my dream. I just have to do it through employment. And they would employ you. Take you out of your own business, and you'd go serve their business, and they got rich, but not your family. The United States of America is where dreams come true, and everybody wants to come here, and you know what? I say figure out a way to get them in here the right way, because you know what? When people come in there, they're hungry. They start off sweeping the floor at the Circle K. Give them 15 years, they own the Circle K or the 7-Eleven or the AM, PM, or whatever your convenient stores are called over here. And stupid people walk in and go, I can't believe these foreigners own this. I can. They will outwork you to death. Because they came in hungry. I want to ask you, is there a piece of you that's being awoken? That's waking up, that's going, I'm hungry. I want to live my dreams. Who do you want to be able to help with transportation? Maybe buy them a car. How many nieces, nephews, children, or grandchildren do you want to be able to send to college? Who do you want to be able to help pay for them to have some good health care? Where do you want to be able to take some relatives on your next family vacation that's not just about you, but it's about you bringing people that you love? How big do you want to write a check in the plate at church to be able to help out the cause in your community through that local church? You want to give small, you want to give big. It has everything to do with what your hand finds to do and what you believe in your own mind. You want to create wealth in this? Let me share the strategy with you. Well, let me just tell you what I've done, because nobody wants to hear about pie in the sky. You want to hear about what somebody's done, right?
Right.
So I knew the formula. This wasn't my first rodeo. So for 90 days, I went on a 90-day run, and all I simply did was made 7 to 10 phone calls a day for 90 days. Okay? Right there, you should be writing this down. This is a formula. This is a formula. 7 to 10 calls a day. Somebody say that ain't no big deal.
No big deal.
I did that for 90 days. At the end of 90 days, I sponsored 107 people. Of the 170 people, only 40 bought product. The rest just took a deadbeat spot. Are you with me? They just paid the $64 and grabbed a spot. Of the 40 that got some product, 10 of them said we want this. From the 10 that said that they want this, it turned into 30,000 people. Can I get a 30,000 streams of income potential. Do you want to get your income from everything that you do? Or do you want to get your income from everything an army of freedom fighters do? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on the hour, every hour, there are people in multiple cities, counties, states, and countries that are ordering the world's best nutrition in the most ethical, honest company on the planet. And my children's children will forever have a life filled with options because they're not going to have to just be worried about money. There's so many more important things to be worried about than money. Are you with me?
Yeah.
And when somebody's got the hang up of money doesn't make you happy, well, neither does poverty. What's your point? That's just something dumb we say to keep us from doing things that would be beneficial to us. Are you with me? Money buys options. It feeds the hungry. Our company's passionate. In Dylan's second company, he built orphanages and schools, and he fed the poor. Today, he wants to provide the most foundational benefit to life. That's clean drinking water. So where do we go where it's dirtiest? Africa. You go to where it's the worst, and then you work from there. Wouldn't it be great that if every company said, we're going to stand for water, we're going to stand for food, we're going to stand for whatever, but everybody should be making a stand to make this world better off. That's not pie in the sky. That's a decision. Everybody say it's a decision. I've decided that I want to be with a man that has a vision to provide clean drinking water. I want to be in business with a man that has a vision to bless 1 million lives. Where you work or what you do is the leader of that helm saying, let's go bless 1 million lives. If not, this is an upgrade. Everybody say upgrade. Upgrade me. What an extraordinary opportunity. Also, you get to see what you're made of. Man, you get to find out if you're a little wuss or a gladiator. Because I've seen big men turn and act like a little wuss because they ain't no fight in them. And I've watched this. I've watched a scrawny young kid come up and just tear everybody's butt up that had nothing when that pizza boy went diamond. He wasn't scrawny, but I'm just saying. He was a big boy. But I've seen it. What's inside you? What's your fire? The size of your dream will make this look easy, or the lack of a big dream will make this look hard. Today you're looking at this through a lens that's either saying, oh, let me out of here, I got calls to make, or you're going, oh my gosh, I could never do that. Listen to me when I tell you, it's the size of the dream that's holding you back. If the dream is big, the vision is clear, and the task is small. But when the dream is small, the task is more than you could ever handle. So what do? Do you wuss down, bow down, back out, stay out, not get involved, or raise the size of your dream? You raise the size of your dream, and everything will align for you. Not in some weird funkadunkin way. Everything comes together for the person who's determined. God will fortify you, bring people to you, and the road will be made straight where it seems really curvy in the past. When you get a definite major purpose, everybody say definite major purpose.
Definite major purpose.
So what did I do? I made 7 to 10 calls for 90 days, roughly 700 phone calls. 600 people no or didn't return the call. 100 said yes. When it came game time, only 40 of them placed an order. Of the 40 that placed an order, only 10 really took action and sponsored other people. From the 10, it turned into 30,000. From the 10.
It's amazing.
So, would you make 7 to 10 phone calls a day?
Yes.
Big dream, that's cake. Small dream, oh my gosh, no. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If it feels like you can't do it, hit your knees tonight and thank God that you got men and women in your corner that can and will do the heavy lifting with you as long as you will try. As long as you will try. Alan Delaney would walk over broken glass to help you. Greg Adelman will fly the four corners of Mother Earth for you. And nobody will pray for you more than Sylvia Adelman. You want prayer warriors in your corner? You got them. You want people that want to win in your corner? You got them. Talk about blessed and highly favored. Talk about fortunate. You wake up every single day grateful, saying, I can't even believe this is happening to me. That's how I felt that day I walked into my chiropractor's office. I had dreams, and I finally met somebody that was on a mission to make dreams come true. And our dreams did come true. You've been groomed for this. Whatever your challenges are, your setback's going to be your comeback. I'm unhealthy? Good. When you get healthy financially and physically because you take care of yourself, get that stress off yourself, you're going to have a grand story of the days when things weren't well for you. You say, I can't speak. Well, guess what's going to happen? One day your heart will overflow with so much positivity and goodness that it's going to erupt out your mouth. And then people around you is going to go, what happened to you? And you're going to have a story, a song to sing. I used to have low self-esteem. I always thought I was less than everyone I was around all the time. Because I felt like I didn't go to college. I'm a laborer. I come from a small town. What do I know? I had that. Well, what changed that? I hung out with gladiators. I had no choice but to one day become a gladiator myself. You hang out with winners, what's your chances of becoming a winner?
Great. Good.
What about if you hang out with those that don't care much? What's your chances of caring when everyone around you don't?
Not very high.
Not very high. How many of you will admit you didn't have Success 101 in any course, whether it was elementary, junior high, high school, or college? I never had Success 101. You know where I got Success 101? Network marketing, the thing that my friend said don't do. I've been free for 20 years and my wife free for 22. And I watch all my buddies still go to work. Love you, bye. Bye-bye. I'm not saying I'm better. I just said yes and they said no. Are you a yes person or a no person?
Yes.
Are you let's go see person or oh heck no person? I know what the persons are in this room. You wouldn't have even been here
Right.
if you weren't a let's go see person.
That's right.
Deep down inside, let me tell you something about men. Deep down inside, every little boy longed to be a part of a team, and then he grows up and becomes a man and is lost in his own world because he's all by himself. As soon as I've watched men transform, sometimes in days, weeks, or only a few months, because all of a sudden they're on a team and they're important and they're getting high-fived and they're getting hugged and they're getting knuckle-bumped and they're like feeling like you're back on a team. And I've seen women that were like a wallflower get around a bunch of women like Sylvia and Kim and all of a sudden they just blossom. They just needed that right crowd. Do you remember how your grandma or one of your parents always cared about who you was hanging out with? There was always that somebody wanting to know where you were at and calling you home when it got dark. Are you with me? Funny thing is when we get to become adults, that all stops. And there's nobody, you're an adult, nobody's looking at you going, oh, you're with the wrong ones. You're not hanging out with the winners. You're not hanging out with the potential people. Then all of a sudden you get into something like this, and the whole group of hope brokers is extending hope and favor and faith and belief and encouragement and love and devotion and powerful prayers. And then you get to blossom again because somebody's got you. I love this business. When it's done right, there's nothing like it in the world, folks. Because this is something you get to do till your last breath. There's nothing exhausting about hanging out with buddies at potlucks. It's not like you hit that age and you say, I got to hang it up because, you know, the buffets are getting kind of hard on me. No. You can break bread till the day you die. That's all we do.
Absolutely.
Whoever has the most potlucks And the most time for fellowship wins. We hang out, we barbecue, we have ice cream socials, we get together, we talk about dreams, and we share health, hope, and opportunity. If you're getting into the minutia of ingredients, and I don't know 5 things on any one of our products, but we went diamond. I don't know 5 things. So do you think you have to know all that? I don't even log into our back office. People are complaining about it, and I'm like, I don't even care about it. I care about my people. The only thing I care about is, how you doing, brother? Man, how's the family? How you doing, brother? This is all I care about. I build community. I make friends. I hang out with people. That's it. If you're complicating your business with all this funky, weird stuff, and let me give you the breakdown sheet of the ingredients of this, they're not going to get in business with you. Because it's one of those. Weird people are in it. If you're selling stuff, you know who my customers are? My family that doesn't want to build a business with me. That's it. That's it. Because I care about their nutrition. Half of them I pay for it. Someday you'll be able to do the same thing for yours. Because you'll build a big old business and you're going to go, I want you to have nutrition. This is getting shipped to you. There's my customer. So let me get back to the numbers. I talked to how many people? Approximately?
7 to 10 a day.
7 to 10 a day for 90 days, approximately 700 people. 100 of them said yes, 60 of them chickened out, 40 of them bought some product. Of the 40 that bought some product, 10 said I'll sponsor somebody and did. And from the 10 it turned into 30,000. And of the 30,000, there's probably 300 that even act like they're serious about this. Yet there's 30,000. It's not going to be a big number. It's not going to be a whole bunch of people. It's going to be a handful of brothers and sisters that you're going to build with. And along the way, you can celebrate, smell the roses, smell the pot roast, hang out and have fun, and have everything not be a big deal. And don't get so worried about the cost of shipping or the back office or any of the minutia. I really don't care about that. I only build community. So you want to go diamond? You're going to make 7 to 10 phone calls a day. You're going to do it in 90 days. Most of them ain't going to get involved with you. Over half of them that do are going to quit or never even start. And of the ones that start, you're going to end up with a handful of them. And in the end, you really only need 4 teams to make millions of dollars a year. 4. 4 people that you love. There's more than 4 people in this room right now, just in this one lovely home, that's going to go all the way with this. Because I know some of your hopes and your dreams and your goals, and I know who you are, and I know that you got a strong back and a good work ethic and a heart for others, and it's your time to shine by serving people. Everybody wins when we care about people. Nobody wins when you try to sell your stupid stuff. You lose your friends doing that stuff. Oh, you want me to buy what? Guess what? When you're all about their dreams, and oh yeah, by the way, we as a team want to take care of ourselves, you ain't got to worry about the sales. Everybody will sell themselves everything they need because they all want to live to be 100 when you're going to be free. Are you with me? You tell me this is good for me? What's going to serve me better, a malnourished body or a nourished body? A nourished body. Okay, then I guess I need to buy these great products because I can't get anything half as good anywhere else. It just becomes a no-brainer. You don't have to spend any time talking about the products. Talk about the people. Ask them their dreams. It's a reset for some of you because you've been running around talking about the products. Get in line. Everybody's talking about their products. Everybody wants into their wallet. I don't want into their wallet. I want into their heart. And then they'll open up their wallet to take care of their one and only body because this is a no-brainer and people get it. Are you guys feeling me? Are you with me? Potluck it up, care about people, give away lots of hugs, high fives, and smiles, and don't worry about everything you don't know how to do because there's other people that know how to do it. Hopefully it's just a potty break. I didn't run you off, did I? Yeah. But folks, it's all about fellowship. Now, tomorrow night, it's going to be different. This was a locker room. This was some fellowship. This was some food. And this was some fun. Tomorrow night, I challenge each and every one of you to make your 7 to 10 invites to get people to see the presentation. The presentation will be very much just about their dream without intensity. This is different. It's a locker room. It'll be about their dream, and it'll be to see if they want to live it. And we're going to talk a little bit about Dallin and Viseo. We're going to talk a little bit about the products and how beneficial they are for your body. We're going to talk about the incredible timing that we've got. We're going to talk about an opportunity to make some extra money or potentially a legacy through financial blessings. And we're going to talk about Hope Brokers and a system for your success. And then those that are interested, you'll see it in them. You'll follow up with them, and that's between them. We never put people on the spot. We don't try to get them to say yes. There's zero pressure. The dreamer will see it. The dreamer will identify with it. The dreamer will get in. And then this sounds real mean. We won't say this tomorrow night, and the lazy guy will be like, no way, it looks like work to me. But you don't want a lazy partner anyway.
That's right.
If you were hiring and you had a traditional business, would you be looking for a negative person?
No.
How about a closed-minded person? How about a lazy person? So don't want that in this either. That was good, huh? I'm going to close on that one. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.